Hello and welcome to another update about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin obviously still here in this kind of triangle around the 30,600 mark. We get into the detail in a minute. Overall Bitcoin, I had a few questions obviously. Now everybody's always panicking when Bitcoin's going up a little bit. We've only just moved up like 4%, 4 to 5%. And these phases just belong to a market. They belong to these moves of Bitcoin. They are part of the day-to-day volatility. So Bitcoin did finally reach here this yellow target area below 28.6K. When that area was reached, I told you that theoretically the low could now be in, because it did reach that overall pattern here that you can see on the chart here. This wave 1 and this wave 2, or especially here this wave 2, which consists of this A wave, the B wave and the C wave, can now finish, right? Maybe it has already finished. The overall correction can be done because the requirements to complete this expanded flat pattern, where we need to make a lower low compared to the wave A here back in June, this has been fulfilled. So from the moment when we reached the target area, that is why it was there, we could say the low is in. But can we actually see the confirmation in the chart, and do I believe it? No, I don't believe it yet. So I would really only give it a 20% probability that the low for Bitcoin is already in. I still expect a lower low. So that's pretty clear from my point of view. The only question now is, in this current pattern here in which we are, in this sort of sideways range, in this triangle or whatever it is, in this corrective wave 4, in which we probably still are, or pretty sure we still are, do we go down directly? So do we sell off straight away? Or do we go up first and have a little bit more of a retracement in this wave 4? So here it is really extremely difficult. Throughout the last week, it really looked like we were rolling over here, break to the downside and really do the sell-off straight away. This has shifted now a little bit as Bitcoin really tries hard here to push a little bit higher. So I don't want to say it's 50-50, but I would say it's a bit like a 55 to 60% that we go down straight away. And maybe 40-45% that we first go up into this target area for the wave 4 and then come down. After we had this immediate downtrending scenario invalidated, and you will know that if you've followed me over the last week and longer, we've got all options on the table again. We've got all options on the table again, what Bitcoin could now do in this wave 4. So that's unfortunately the case, and you have these phases in financial markets where you just need to wait for a clear signal. So I can help you understand the charts here, I can help you find some orientation, but I can only tell you it's extremely difficult. It's a bit like that situation that we had up here in this huge wave 4 that we had, which by the way also was a wave 4. And here it was clear to me that we still come lower, but also here we had the question, do we go up first and then come down, or do we go down straight away? And very, very briefly here, I remember I changed my primary to the alternative scenario. That was when we moved up here, and it really looked like we broke key resistance and we would move up further, maybe towards 60K before we then finally come down. So the overall scenario never changed, or the target area never changed, but the route changed briefly. But no, it was a fake out in the end and we came down straight away. But we've got a bit of a similar situation here now, and we just need to acknowledge that, We need to acknowledge that we have here a situation where all options are still on the table for this wave 4. As I said before, in a wave 4, you would normally retrace to the 38.2% fib level. In an ideal case, maybe even the 50% fib level. And you can see these levels here on the chart between 31 and 31.4K. That is the 38.2% fib level. That was not quite reached, just about. And here the 34.4K. Let me just check that again. Might have given you just some wrong information. We just check that once more. The target area started here at the high of the wave A. No, but ideally, the 38.2% fib level is at 32.1K. This would be where we ideally would see the wave 4 retrace into. Actually, I should move that up here to have consistency. And the 50% FIB retracement level is at 34.2K. So this is where we would expect that wave 4 to go into with the highest probability generally. But last week, because we were rolling over, it really looked like that the wave 4 had already done what it needed to do and would already roll over. Now this has been prevented now with this latest move up. By the way, the wave 4 did the minimum what it needed to do already, with reaching the 23.6% FIB level at 29.5K. So it can now move down if it wants to. But ideally, from a what is sort of very likely generally in such a wave would be here the 38.2% FIB level. Now we are not there yet. That would be the 32.1K level. But let's unpack here a little bit the imminent wave moves. So what we talked about here was in this kind of triangle pattern that we have on the chart here, that we might now be in an extended wave 4, in an extended triangle. It looked before like the triangle was finished already. Obviously it's not, and we can go to the 1 hour chart because we moved up a little bit too high in this wave, yeah, invalidated the imminent downtrending scenario. So all options on the table again. I mentioned in the previous video that the invalidation point for this triangle, as it is here on the chart, is the 31.4K level, the high of the wave A. In a triangle, the C wave would never exceed the A wave. It would never break that level. Yeah, so that is very important. What we would expect in a triangle is either now or when we reach here the 31.4K level for the wave to reverse down and to touch the support level of the triangle. Then I think we have a very clear indication that this will become another extended triangle, an A, B, C, D, E, and then we will break in the end to the downside. So in this current triangle, what I have to say very clearly, we would not reach this yellow target area actually, because it is a bit too high. Yeah? So this is something very, very interesting. If we break above 31.4K, yes, then it is likely that we reach this target area, but it would then not be a triangle any longer. It would be something different. And in this C wave, what are we doing here at the moment? Yeah, because just to give you a bit of orientation also, because as I said, I really pay a lot of attention currently to the lower level wave counts. That is very important. So what we have here in this triangle, in this wave C currently, after which we would see a wave D and a wave E to the upside. We obviously are in this wave C, that is what I currently assume. And in this wave C, we have, let me just put that on the chart, again, from the low of the wave B here to the high, that would be a wave A. That is just what you get, and I make it another color. So wave A, this here would be a wave B. And then we would have the wave C somewhere up here. Because in this case, in a triangle, you have 3 subwaves. So this wave C in itself consists of 3 waves. It consists of a wave A, it consists of a wave B, and it consists of a wave C. However, the wave C of the wave C consists of 5 waves. So then again, what do we have here? We've got on the chart, in my opinion, a wave 1 here. That is a wave 1. That is a leading diagonal, in my opinion. A leading wave or leading diagonal, which would actually confirm, yes, we are here in a wave C of wave C, because it's an impulsive wave, the wave C. I've got a wave 2. In my opinion, this here would be the wave 3 that has peaked here at 30.9K. And we could double check that also in terms of the Fibonacci extension levels. So let's take a look from the wave below. Take the Fib extension to the wave 1 high, the wave 2 down. And we would normally expect a wave 3 to reach here, well, at an absolute minimum, the 100% extension. Now that was reached, but normally the 1.618 Fib extension, nearly there. I would consider that okay. You know, that would be at 31K pretty much. We reached 30.9K. So that, in my opinion, that is okay. And maybe I wasn't super accurate here with the Fibs anyway. That would be okay. So it's just part of the daily volatility. Maybe on some exchanges it was reached. And then here, that would be a wave 4. So let's just check if the wave 4 could already be complete. And we take here the fib retracement levels. And yes, we have reached pretty much the 38.2% fib level here at 30,203. And maybe I just need to be a bit more accurate. No, I think that's fine. We've reached the 38.2% fib level and we missed it by a few dollars, but that could already be the completion of the wave 4. And therefore we would now actually expect that last wave 5 to the upside. So just moving that to the side here. So we would now expect the last wave 5 to the upside. And that would be a wave 5 of a wave C of a wave C within the triangle of the wave 4. Yeah, hope that makes sense. But to really finish this off, this wave 5, the chart now would need to push higher and would need to make a higher high compared to $30,900. That is what we could expect now, but it is already the last wave of that wave C. So if this is what it really is, what it currently looks like for me, ideally the wave 5 does not move above 31,400. That is very important, and that will be a big resistance level in my opinion. So if it gets only to that level, then we could expect it to reverse down, get back here into this triangle, and then move down here to the support level of the triangle to basically do a wave D, because a triangle consists of an A, B, C, D, E wave, and this would then be the wave D down. Yeah, so if we put some arrows on the chart, how we would ideally see this. So first of all, go a little bit higher in that wave 5, from here then down in a wave D, and then we would see here a wave E. Now this is this scenario that I'm currently primarily looking at, but bear in mind at the moment, because we are here in a corrective wave, we are in a wave 4, it is very hard. Yeah, this can evolve into different patterns. All options are on the table at the moment in the current phase here of the chart. It is just a bit unclear at the moment, and this is just what it is. And I also told you before that a triangle is extremely difficult to forecast, to predict, to identify actually in the chart, because it can just extend, it can just move on. That is just how it is. That's part of the game. But yeah, I think I gave you here the key resistance levels. Yeah, for me, first of all, we will need now to finish off that wave 5. So go a bit higher, yeah, and then come down, of course, you know. And let's take a look what would actually be the target of the wave 5. Let's see if the target of the wave 5 here of the wave C would actually be below that invalidation point, below the $31,400 level. And to do that, we take here the length of the wave 1, and we add it to the low of the wave 4. And the first target for a wave 5 is actually the 100% extension. Now that would hit exactly here 31,400. So yeah, it shouldn't be any longer. Let's see. Let's see how this is going to play out. It's a bit of uncertainty at the moment here, absolutely. It's been a long weekend anyway, you know, especially in the US. So we haven't had the impulses, you know, and the signals of the stock market. So it's a bit of uncertainty in addition to that. Yeah, low volume anyway at the moment. Nevertheless, we follow here the market. I hope to give you some orientation, to give you an idea of where we actually are in the market. And yeah, hopefully that made sense. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership and maybe even the trading course I'm currently offering on morecryptoonline.com. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.